everyone, and welcome back to another manga book talk. March is Disability Awareness Month, so this month's selection highlights a manga with a character who has a disability, and that manga is A Silent Voice. A Silent Voice was written and illustrated by Yoshitoki Oyama. It was originally published as one volume by Busatu Shonen Magazine, but was then serialized in Weekly Shonen Magazine from August 2013 to November 2014. For those of you familiar with manga terms, you'll know that shonen means boys. In the United States, A Silent Voice is published by Kodansha Comics. So without further ado, let's talk about A Silent Voice. And as always, warning, spoilers ahead. Sixth grader Shoya Ishida is, to put it bluntly, a jerk. He forces his friends to do dangerous things for his daily daredevil contest, is careless with his possessions, yells at his mom, and pours salt on slugs. He's also not above beating up a kid who might have stolen his shoes. Shoya dislikes school and feels his purpose in life is to wage a war against boredom. All in all, he feels that this is way more important than studying. Then, Shoko Nishiyama transfers to Shoya's elementary school. She's very shy and also deaf. She writes in a notebook so she can communicate with the other students in her class, but she also uses hearing aids. Shoya thinks girls are boring, but he seems excited to have Shoko in his class, but not because he wants to be her friend, but because he thinks it would be fun to harass her. Yep, you guessed it. Shoya becomes Shoko's bully almost right away. She has the misfortune of being seated in front of him, so he starts shouting at her through a rolled-up magazine to test, quote-unquote, how deaf she is. He even makes fun of the way she speaks. And despite getting repeatedly reprimanded by their teacher, Shoya continues his attacks. Then the little ne'er-do-well starts yanking out her hearing aids and either stealing or destroying them. Can you believe this kid? Well, the principal eventually gets involved and announces to Class 6-2 that Mrs. Nishiyama has informed him that 8 of her daughter's hearing aids have gone missing or have been damaged, and that if no one steps up and confesses to being the culprit, then he will have to get the police involved. Shoya ultimately confesses, but then the bully becomes the bullied, and his friends distance themselves from him. Even though they were never as bad as Shoya, they never stopped him from tormenting Shoko either. Fast forward 6 years, and Shoya is a senior in high school and has no friends. He's pretty much a loner who hates everybody. He has a part-time job, though, that he uses to pay back his mom the $14,000 she had to pay to replace Shoko's hearing aids. Interestingly enough, he's on a mission to apologize to Shoko, whom he hasn't seen since she had to transfer to yet another school because of his behavior. But when Shoya finally tracks Shoko down, she runs away from him. Will she ever be able to forgive him? Should she forgive him? Will they ever become friends? Will Shoya ever win back the friends he had in elementary school? Well, you'll have to read A Silent Voice to find out. All 7 volumes are available to check out from our young adult section, which is located on the 2nd floor of the Allentown Public Library. Thanks for watching, and join me next time for another manga book talk.